Thursday the 2nd of April is starting like an episode of DIY SOS gone wrong. You're attempting something ambitious. And by ambitious, I mean putting petrol in the car without spilling any. Marcus will witness the inevitable. Mars retrograde is treating your inbox like its personal pinata. 92 unread emails including a passive-aggressive message from Priya. At precisely 2:47 p.m., you'll suggest a quick sync that evolves into an hour-long debate about Brenda's Tupperware habits. Your Doomscope object today is a first aid kit with only plasters left, about as useful as a chocolate teapot when it comes to organizing your tax returns. Tonight, fueled by desperation, you'll discover a sudden urge to learn the recorder. Declan will consider a temporary relocation to Skegness. You'll re-watch that series you declared utter rubbish just to prove yourself right. Advice: put down the marigolds, step away from the bleach, and just order a takeaway. Thursday the 2nd of April starts with the glue-related realization you're now one with the sofa. The delivery driver gave you a knowing glance, didn't he? Mars retrograde is blaming itself for your inability to operate sellotape. Lunch finds you testing Denise's cake and framing Gavin. Your commitment to avoiding confrontations, and cake, is frankly Olympian. Venus is watching your every move, Taurus, and noting down every single, delicious bite. Tonight the cosmos has authorized a pizza, as if it needed permission. Your exercise turns into a yoga mat cheese board. Phil is judging, naturally. Are those mini cheddars? Karen asks, whilst already reaching. 3 hours disappeared scrolling TikTok, after you discovered your new career, competitive napping influencer. Your standards are lower than a snake's belly. Lovely. Advice: change your mind. Pull the other one. Enjoy the pizza. Thursday the 2nd of April will find Gem in I simultaneously contributing to 7 dozen WhatsApp groups and wondering where all the time went. This morning, you'll corner Darren in the tea room to give him your detailed thoughts on Nadine's recent mini-break to Skegness. He'll be visibly regretting asking how your weekend was. Your Doomscope object today is a potato left in the back of the fridge. Its will to live is stronger than your ability to stay on topic. Roughly 2% of your brain power is dedicated to Fiona's fringe. This afternoon, you'll attempt to explain the nuances of Bridgerton to Jason, accidentally hitting reply all to Sharon with OMG, the Duke. Mars retrograde is personally victimizing your inbox. How delightful. This evening, after swearing you'd have an early night, you'll be horizontal on the sofa by precisely 9:02 p.m., mainlining TikTok and ordering a takeaway for 4. You'll eat approximately half. Narrator: optimist. And the stars have spoken. Advice: stop being so interested. It's starting to look suspicious. Thursday the 2nd of April, Cancer. Your day's ambition? Matching socks. The alarm clock. A personal vendetta in gadget form. You're not planning revenge casserole, you're thinking something involving glitter and superglue. More annoying. At work, Linda needs you to look at holiday photos of her cat, Mr. Whiskerson. Apparently he looks thrilled in Skegness. Malcolm will find you anyway, armed with laminated diagrams about posture. Mars is reversing into your inbox, replaced by a tsunami of emails from Lorraine, each one starting further to my previous. At least there's tea. Resist contacting that person from that thing in 2024. Seriously, delete the number. Instead, meticulously alphabetize your biscuits. You'll find half a custard cream, rejoice, then remember you're on a diet. The ultimate betrayal. 3 episodes into a new show, you'll realize the storyline is bonkers, but binge on. The shame. Advice: don't take life too seriously. Nobody gets out alive. Thursday the 2nd of April starts with you wrestling the duvet monster because apparently 6 more minutes sleep is worth risking everything for. Arriving at the office, you'll trip over Dave's extension cable, a minor inconvenience somehow elevated to performance art. Mars retrograde is still giving your inbox the side eye. Claudia will send around an inspirational cat meme. You'll accidentally reply all with "Is that Phyllis from Accounts?" Venus is muttering about your questionable karaoke rendition of Bohemian Rhapsody. Your Doomscope vegetable today is a quinoa grain that fell behind the cooker, less appreciated than a participation trophy. Tonight you'll consider ordering a pizza. The documentary Me vs. The takeaway menu will run for precisely 47 minutes. Then you'll spend an hour arranging your book collection by color, even though you've only read 3 of them. Netflix will demand "Are you still watching?" about 15 minutes in. At 11:57 p.m., you'll realize you were supposed to put the bins out. Leo, your Just Eat history is a national treasure. Advice: embrace the chaos, darling. Normal is boring. Thursday, the 2nd of April sees you waking up with the best intentions, probably after spending 20 minutes choosing the perfect motivational ringtone. By 9:17 a.m., though, you'll be deep in a YouTube hole watching competitive ferret grooming. Still, at least you're learning a new skill. This afternoon, brace yourself. Diane's email footer is once again a font crime scene, prompting an inner monologue worthy of Kenneth Branagh. An accidental reply all will unleash chaos. Graham will tut, Sheila will offer a sympathetic biscuit, and Nigel will calculate the wasted printer ink. Mars retrograde is clearly having a laugh. You will nearly send a follow-up clarification, but realize the futility. Tonight, that relaxing bath? Think more mild panic. You'll find yourself contemplating the optimum angle for your shower gel. The Thai arrives, and yes, they forgot the prawn crackers again. Life is pain, high taxes, and missing prawn crackers. Virgo, your quest for perfection continues. Advice: put down the spreadsheet and step away from the shower gel. Thursday, the 2nd of April finds you staring into the abyss before your first cuppa, Libra. The abyss is judging your questionable life choices. Sebastian just witnessed you attempting to iron a banana. You're now claiming it's performance art. Splendid. Your Doomoscope animal today is a sea slug who feels misunderstood after a particularly brutal snail race. Mars retrograde is actively sabotaging your attempts at online Scrabble. At precisely 3:17 p.m., Tracy will unveil her new fringe. Employ the phrase interesting choice whilst internally questioning everything. Evenings usher in a yearning to declutter, yet Jupiter is having absolutely none of it. You'll spend 2 hours trying to pair socks before deciding Netflix is the only solution. 15 minutes later, still scrolling, you'll decide to watch something you've already seen 3 times. Then you will make a second pot of tea. Tomorrow, you will repeat the exact same sequence. Advice: just pick a sock. Any sock. Thursday, the 2nd of April, Scorpio, and you'll wake with an overwhelming desire to alphabetize your spices. Fight it. As you're cradling your first coffee, Mercury is doing the conga on your data allowance. Every email you send sounds like a complaint letter written by a toddler. Keith from IT thinks it's quirky. He's lying. You know this because you remember that disastrous office party in 17. By lunchtime, your social media detective skills are approaching MI5 level. You're 14 clicks deep into Dominic's Bonsai Tree Society posts, wondering if the juniper signifies a midlife crisis. Venus is giving you the side eye because you spent 40 quid on a past lives reading, again. This evening, resist the urge to order that extra large doner kebab. You will succumb. Later, you'll be awake at 3:17 a.m. researching obscure kebab shop opening times and leaving overly enthusiastic reviews on Just Eat. Eventually, you'll start that tell-all blog exposing Samantha's obsession with laminated cat photos. Delete it. Now. Advice: pretend you're a flamingo. Stand tall, be fabulous, and occasionally put your head in the sand. Thursday, the 2nd of April. Morning, you'll spend a solid 10 minutes arguing with yourself in the mirror. You maintain that caffeine makes you look younger. The mirror disagrees. At precisely 7:17 a.m., your toast will indeed land jam side down, purely for dramatic effect. You're already wearing one sock inside out, and Trevor's cardigan. Your Doomscope animal today is a moose who takes up too much space, like when you briefly commandeered Zara's desk to demonstrate your new interpretive dance. Mars retrograde is personally victimizing your inbox. Emails arrive in an order so baffling, even Stuart from accounts can't make sense of it. Ollie is now aggressively microwaving fish. Again. Lovely. The afternoon unfolds like a slow-motion car crash. A Zoom meeting beckons, and yes, you will accidentally activate the potato filter. The evening. Zero chance of relaxation. You'll spend a full 3 hours locked in a battle of wills with your smart vacuum cleaner over that rogue dust bunny. It is dirt, Sagittarius, just admit defeat. Advice: stop trying to herd cats, especially metaphorical ones. Thursday, the 2nd of April. You're awake. Well done. Q3. Give it a rest, eh? Your brain's buffering more than a dodgy Netflix stream. The commute's a chance to tut at other drivers, obviously. Before Sandra can even suggest a blue sky thinking session, your coffee machine decides your tie needs a mocha makeover. Brilliant. Mars retrogrades causing havoc. The inbox is a war zone. Afternoon's main event. Wresting back the 2021 novelty stapler expenses from Brian. Victory is bittersweet. You now own a stapler shaped like a flamingo. Colin's doing a pub quiz. You say no. Priorities: Capricorn. Must stay busy. Evening. Downtime. You'll alphabetize your spice rack, smoked paprika before sweet, naturally. Then, mild panic over matching socks. You consider the existential horror of a mismatched pair. At 10:52 p.m., the spreadsheet you made to track your biscuit consumption flashes up. You suddenly remember that passive-aggressive email to Deborah in 2023. Night ruined. Advice: embrace the chaos. Have a curly whirly. This meticulously crafted to-do list simply exists to mock you, Aquarius. Thursday dawns, and you'll spend precisely 17 minutes searching for your keys, despite them being visibly attached to your handbag. Mars retrograde is still personally victimizing your inbox. Remember Astrid's dog bakery for divorcee's idea? Milo just emailed suggesting dachshund-shaped scones. By lunchtime, your caffeine intake will rival that of a hummingbird attempting to fly a Boeing 747. Tonight, Jupiter encourages extreme sofa occupancy. Resist the urge to leave Christine on read after she drunkenly messaged you about Rufus's kombucha brewing mishap. Your current Netflix queue contains 87 documentaries you'll start and abandon after precisely 11 minutes. This is peak Aquarius behavior. If you refresh your work emails one more time, Kevin will assume you actually want extra tasks. Advice: stop using predictive text to reply to ins before she thinks you have a crush on her dachshund. On Thursday, April 2nd, Pisces, that 1,000-yard stare during Gary's printer explanation? BAFTA-worthy. Seriously, were you even there? This afternoon, Jupiter's having a giggle. Your commute resembles a tumble dryer full of kittens, so hold tight. Someone definitely filmed it. Your attempt at latte art for Maeve resulted in, well, abstract art is subjective, isn't it? 5 minutes wasted. Venus is clearly having a laugh at your expense today. That passive-aggressive post-it note? The grammar alone deserves an award. This evening, the planets are screaming one word: Deliveroo. Abandon all thoughts of lentils. That sourdough starter kit. Bin it. Succumb to the alluring glow of cheesy chips and a marathon of Antiques Roadshow. You know you want to. And for once, the stars completely understand. Advice: avoid Elaine's Tupperware party. The cosmos has foreseen your desperate escape route via the downstairs loo.